Good morning, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to the Virtual College Fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Counselors, and by StriveScan. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Just a couple of announcements before we get started. We're going to be hearing from 6 different universities this morning. Each will speak for 6 minutes. You can use the question and answer button on your screen to type your questions to any of our presenters at any time. If you have a general question, you can just pose that. If you have a question that you want to ask of a specific university, just make it clear who you're asking the question of when you type your question. Your camera and microphone are off so that the panelists can't see or hear you. So the one way that you can communicate with us is through that Q&A box. So do send us questions there, don't be shy. Also, this is one of many different sessions happening as part of the College Fair program this morning. So be sure to check out the full schedule at strivescan.com/Virginia, and you can sign up for other presentations there. Also, this presentation, as well as all of the other presentations this morning, are being recorded. So you can watch that again, or if there's another university presenting in a different room that you want to catch later, you'll be able to do that at the same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. So without anything further, I'm excited to introduce our first university presenter, which is Johnson & Wales University.
Hi, good morning. I'm Stacy Thomas with Johnson & Wales University. My colleague Marisa Marcy is here as well this morning. And I would like to start by just talking a little bit about what makes Johnson & Wales different. I know you have a lot of choices as you think about the colleges that you're exploring at this point. So we thought it would be most helpful to really talk about what makes Johnson & Wales University different. We are located in Providence, Rhode Island. This is our original campus. We have another campus in Charlotte, North Carolina. And what makes us different is that during your time with us, if you would like to study back and forth across the 2 campuses, you can, so long as your major is offered on those 2 campuses. What we do at Johnson & Wales is experiential learning. This is the hallmark of what we do. And we've been perfecting this approach of this hands-on learning, of taking skills beyond the classroom for over 100 years. And one of the ways that we do this is through the learning labs within our classes. And so within these learning labs, you are learning the technology that you're going to use in your career. So here in Providence, for example, you see our physician's assistant's anatomy lab, or our finance lab up in the top left, or our sports entertainment event management lab. And then in Charlotte, just a few of our labs there as part of your academic journey. You're going to spend time in these hands-on labs. We have a sustainable garden for our food science students to learn about sustainability within that area, or fashion. Our faculty-student ratio is 18:1, so you're going to have small class sizes at Johnson & Wales. You will not have large lecture hall style classes. And then finally, you're going to learn from people who came to Johnson & Wales as experts in their fields. They have significant experience in the industries that they teach. They will know your name, they will become your mentors, and they are a huge asset to the students on our university. You will be able to jump right into your major your first semester at Johnson & Wales. You don't have to wait until you're a junior or senior to dive into your major. You will have classes in your major your very first term. We have over 70 different programs in areas like business, health and wellness, engineering and design, hospitality. Just leave that up there for a second. And one of the things that we're really excited about is our College of Food Innovation and Technology, or as we call it, CFIT. And this is really where you're going to explore culinary systems within the context of political, social, and economic landscapes. So this is going to really help you be a leader and an expert on the impact that food has on us all. 97.7% of our students actually get where they want to go when they leave Johnson & Wales. And this career outcome rate is not only would they have found a job in their field, but maybe they went on to law school or into our PA program, or they wanted to go on to become a veterinarian and they're in vet school. But 71% of our students have job offers after they do these internships. Internships are a hallmark of a Johnson & Wales experience. And it's not an accident that we get to that 97.7% career outcome rate, because we're always helping our students get experience during their time with us. We have over 150 clubs and organizations to join, whether it be Greek life through fraternities and sororities, or clubs about things such as your major. Maybe you want to be part of an event planning club, or you just want to get involved in community service. We have many ways for you to stay active and not be bored at Johnson & Wales. We do offer athletics. We compete in Providence at the D3 level, and then on our Charlotte campus, NAIA. So just real quickly, these are the sports that we offer. If you see anything that interests you, please feel free to use our website to reach out to our coaches. In terms of residential life, we do require our students live on campus for the first 2 years. We have pet-friendly dorms, suite-style apartments, traditional hall-style dorms. And I will mention at this point that you can bring your car your first year at Johnson & Wales. In terms of the application process, you can apply either on our website directly or through the Common App. The only required piece is your high school transcript. We are truly test optional. You may send your scores if you'd like. You can send an essay or a rec letter if you'd like, but we truly are test optional. Our early action deadline, which is non-binding, is November 1st. And we ask that you send anything that you need to us in terms of our regular decision deadline by March 1st. 94% of our students get financial aid and scholarships at Johnson & Wales. So when we review you for admission, we will also review you for scholarships. Those merit-based awards. And then of course, we encourage you to send your FAFSA. We put our code up here for you. Please get that to us as soon as possible. We are offering on-ground tours right now in both Charlotte and Providence, so you are welcome to visit us. Please register in advance. If you're interested in staying in touch with us, this is the QR code. If you'll just quickly scan that, this will get you on the list, and we can let you know when our open houses are, when our special events would be. At Johnson & Wales. And finally, I just want to put up my contact information as well as the contact information for my colleague Marisa. Between the two of us, we cover all Virginia students. So you may hear from us at some point in this process. Feel free to take a photo of this frame if you'd like, so that you have our email and phone numbers. So at this point, I'll turn it back over.
Thank you so much, Stacy and Marisa. Next, we have Sarah from Averett University.
Hello, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, welcome. We are Averett University, and we are located in Danville, Virginia. I'm Sarah. I work with some of Virginia's students, so we are kind of separated, so you may hear from me, but if you have any questions, I'll be happy to help you and direct you to the correct admissions counselor. So who is Averett University? So we have some kind of facts and numbers about us. We are around 965 traditional undergrads. We're 50-50 male and female. Average class size is 10 to 12. We have a 13-to-1 ratio of students to professors. So that's a little bit about numbers and all that. So where is Danville, Virginia? So we are the southernmost part of Virginia. So we are right on the North Carolina line. So we are, many call it the heart of Virginia. We are right located there. Actually, one of our campuses is located in North Carolina. As you saw, we have the 5 different campuses. We have our nursing main campus, equestrian, aviation, and then our North Campus, which is our athletics campus. So this is a little bit about Danville, Virginia. So student life. So we have our student engagement team is very big on being apart from the start. So that's one thing that we like to have our students intramural sports. And then we also have the student-based learning as in involvement. So we have the CCECC, which is the Center for Community Engagement and Career Competitiveness. So within that, they have the study abroad program, they have service learning, resume building, mock interviews, kind of getting you ready, internships, kind of getting you ready for that next level once you graduate. But they don't try to hide it. They want you to go there right from the beginning. So as a freshman, it's very important for you to start going there. So over 30 majors and minors. Like I mentioned, we have aviation. So we have around 7 to 10 airplanes that they students fly. You fly your first year. So that's one thing. As you can see, also equestrian studies. So we have a riding team as well as the study program. Just some unique majors, but our most popular major here is our physical education and the things that go underneath our physical education gap. So we have the sports management, physical, personal training, pre-athletic training, and sports medicine, and different things like that. So these are all listed as majors and minors here. So one thing, we also have 16 NCAA Division III athletic teams, 2 competitive teams, meaning dance and cheer, and then we also have the varsity esports team. And then our riding team, like I mentioned, we have those as well. So applying to Averett, it's super easy. So our application is free, it's online, it takes you about 7 minutes to fill out, no essay is required. Right now we're requiring transcripts, and if you have them, test scores. If not, we know that right now is testing was kind of not available for students, so we're just looking at transcripts, and if you do have them, test scores. The website is below where you can go to averett.edu and then just click on apply now. And like I said, it takes about 7 minutes to fill out, quick and easy for you. Financial aid. So once you apply, that starts our merit scholarships. Since we're Division III, we don't give out athletic scholarships, we give out academic scholarships. And then FAFSA, you can start applying October 1st, so tomorrow. You can start applying for FAFSA. And then also Virginia Tuition Assisted Grant. So that is additional money for living in Virginia, and us being a private university, you'll qualify for VTAG. Different opportunities to visit. We are offering virtual and on-campus tours right now. So we have a couple virtual dates listed below, and then also the on-campus, we do 4 tour times, Monday through Friday, and then we do have Saturday visits as well at 10 and 12 on those Saturdays. And like I said, it is 1 family per visit. So if you see a time that isn't available, it just means that somebody has already signed up for it. But like I also mentioned, the virtual dates, you do get additional money for attending those dates. You get additional $1,000 for attending our virtual visit days, which is our Cougar preview days. Another thing is following us on social media. Real big on social media. So we have the Instagram, Twitter. You can take a virtual tour, and then also our website is listed below to get any additional information that you may want. And then lastly, you can take a picture of this. This is my contact information with my email and my phone number. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. So it was great talking with you guys. If you guys have questions or anything, please feel free to email me. All right, have a good day.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Next, we have the University of North Carolina, Asheville.
Good morning, guys. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. I am going to share my screen if I can and tell you guys a little bit about UNC Asheville. So we are the Liberal Arts and Sciences institution for the UNC system. That means a lot of different things for us. And it means something different for everybody, but we like to say that we kind of offer the best of both worlds for students because we offer a private school education for a public school price. And I'll talk more about a best of both worlds location in a little bit. So we have just been voted up from number 8 to lucky number 7 on the list of best public liberal arts colleges in the country. And our focus at UNC Asheville is on interdisciplinary engagement and experiential learning. And so we're going to work on making sure that all of our students are able to think critically, creatively, and then that they're able to work collaboratively within and across disciplines, because in an increasingly interconnected world, nothing happens in a bubble. And we want to make sure that you're able to be the best biologist you can be by being able to have an informed conversation with a sociologist. So that's just kind of what we focus on at UNC Asheville. We have a liberal arts core that all of our students are required to complete as part of their educational programming. And again, it just makes sure that even as a psychologist, you're in classes with biologists and chemists, and that you get a really well-rounded breadth and depth of knowledge and exposure to people from a variety of different backgrounds and experiences to inform your education and continue to make your education relevant. So we have a 3,600 student population. That's all undergraduates. So our student to faculty ratio is 13:1, and our average class size is about 20. So we don't have lecture style classes or lecture halls. We like to say there's no back of the class at UNC Asheville. So all of our courses are faculty taught. We don't have teacher assistants in the classrooms and on campus that are also managing their own course loads. So you won't be competing with those teacher assistants for opportunities to meet with your professors or conduct research or gain access to internship opportunities. Our professors are here to serve our undergraduate students and help them find their calling regardless of whether or not they know what that is when they come in. Since I mentioned research, I want to say that we founded the National Conference on Undergraduate Research. And so we have about 70% of our students complete original research while they're here at UNC Asheville. Many of our departments incorporate research or internships into their curriculums, and their professors work with them throughout each of those processes. And we also have study abroad partnerships with over 50 countries. So there's a lot of opportunity for students, not only in the classroom, but outside of the classroom as well. And then we have students every year that will present at the national conference or publish their original research, and students are sometimes even able to profit from the research that they do while they're at UNC Asheville. So there's a lot of really great opportunities here to get a lot of hands-on experience and complete original research as a student at UNC Asheville. We have over 30 majors. Our most popular are going to be biology, psychology, environmental studies, health and wellness promotion, and new media. But some of our more unique majors that draw students from all over the region and the country are going to be atmospheric science, music technology, arts management, and entrepreneurship. We have 2 engineering programs at UNC Asheville. We have a mechatronics program that's all 4 years at UNC Asheville. And then we also have a 2+2 partnership program with NC State. So a student can come to UNC Asheville and spend their first couple years here on our smaller campus, and then we'll work with them to transfer to NC State to finish out their engineering specific coursework. Both of those degrees are dual degree programs. So when you graduate from either of those programs, your degree will say North Carolina State University and the University of North Carolina, Asheville. And then we also have a teaching licensure program, which gives students a little bit more versatility if they think that they want to be in the classroom, but aren't sure that they'll want to stay there for 30 years, especially because more frequently now people are having multiple careers. So we also are not major dependent in terms of admission. So undecided is our most popular major for students coming in, and we don't expect you to know at 17 what you think you want to do for the rest of your life when you're applying to UNC Asheville. And then student life, we have over 80 student organizations, lots of opportunities for students to get involved and build leadership. Our students are required to live on campus their first year, but all of our residence halls are suite styles. So there's no need for shower caddies, and you won't be sharing a bathroom with 30 other students because you just will share a suite with 3. And freshmen are allowed to have cars on campus. We also compete Division I in the Big South Conference in 16 sports. We don't have a football team, but most of the other major sports that are offered at big universities, we do have here at UNC Asheville. And then I alluded to our location a little bit. I want to talk a little bit more about that. It really is a best of both worlds. So on the one hand, we are 10 minutes from the Parkway, and then in the other direction, we are 5 minutes from the heart of Asheville's vibrant downtown, where the best that the city has to offer in terms of restaurants and art galleries and concert venues is super close by for all of our students. And students actually get to ride the city bus for free. And so the best of what Asheville has to offer, they don't even have to, take their car off campus to be able to experience. The city of Asheville, the population is about 90,000. I might have mentioned that we are one of America's great small cities, and it provides the best of small town comfort in the sense that we're locally minded and community oriented, but it also offers enough big city convenience without the hassle of traffic and long wait times that you experience in most larger cities. We also are open for in-person and on-campus tours. And so you can come in and see campus for yourself. We do small socially distanced tours, and then we have virtual tour options too for students. Our applications the deadline is February 1st for regular decision. We also have an early decision option. I'd encourage you to reach out to me via email if you have questions about that. And we also have a podcast, so we know that Zoom fatigue is a real thing, and would love to be able to connect with you and continue to keep you informed about what's happening here and guide you through the process that way. And the podcast is called ABL Bound. Please feel free to reach out with additional questions that you have, and we look forward to seeing your application.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Coming up next is Methodist University.
Awesome. Good morning. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. My name is Taylor Murphy from Methodist University in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm going to pull up my screen for you. Thank you so much for coming in to chat with me today. I'm looking forward to giving you a little bit about my alma mater. So I am a graduate of Methodist University, have been working since I graduated in 2015. Just to kind of give you some quick facts about Methodist. We are in Fayetteville, North Carolina, just under 2,000 students. Our average class size is about 18 students, so we have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. You will see very clearly on our campus that our faculty are invested in our students, so we do have required office hours that allow our faculty to be very accessible to our students if they need help or assistance. We have over 80 academic programs, which is pretty unique for a smaller institution to have that many. And I will go over some of those in just a second. We do have 20 Division III athletic programs. So if you're someone who's looking to continue your love of athletics in college, this is a great place to do it. And student life is important. We want you to enjoy your college experience. So over 100 clubs and organizations are available to our students. If you want to do fraternity and sorority life, if you're interested in just staying active and doing intramural sports, those are some great opportunities. Or you want to advance your resume. Being involved is just as important to helping yourself be more competitive as an applicant for a job or grad school later. So we really do encourage our students to have that leadership opportunity. We are a very diverse community. We're excited to represent 35 states and 72 different countries, which is pretty amazing. And right now you can check out our campus online with our virtual campus tour that I've linked for you here. And just so that you have an idea, you can go and see some of our residence halls on there, as well as our dining hall. There are corresponding videos that can really give you a good glimpse of our campus. But of course, nothing is better than coming and seeing it in real life. We are having regular visits. They're all single family, so you will get a lot of individual attention from an admissions counselor. Go on a campus tour with one of our current students, because who knows it better than them, and we would love that opportunity to meet you in real life. So here are some of our top 10 programs here at Methodist. Biology is a huge one for us because we do have a master's in physician assistant studies here. A lot of our students looking to go into medical school. Business administration, we have over 12 different business degrees with our nationally accredited School of Business. Computer science, computer information technology, engineering, exercise and sports science, forensic science and criminal justice. Kinesiology, we do have a doctoral program in physical therapy and occupational therapy, nursing, professional golf management, and psychology. So like I mentioned, we've got over 80 different programs, but these are just some of the highlights, some of the most popular and the ones that we see most when our students are applying to our university. To give you a little bit of an idea of students that have historically been admissible to our campus, average GPA about 3.46 historically, when before test optional, middle 50%. I like those because I think averages really isolate students when they think about colleges and whether or not they'd be admissible. So middle 50% between 3.0 and 3.91, with test typically at 950 and 1130, or 17 to 23 on the ACT. We don't necessarily have a preference on one or the other, but we do super score. So if you do have a test, and we'll talk about that in a second, if you have multiple, that's a great opportunity for you to elevate your scholarship opportunity. We, like many institutions, have completely moved into a test optional experience for our admissions process. Our application is free to complete online. We do not require letters of recommendation or an essay. So fan favorite amongst our senior applicants, because it just means it's not going to take very much of your time. We'll like to see your high school transcript if you're looking to apply test optional, so that we can do a core GPA, which means that we're going to look at your English, your math, your science. So basically the classes that are required for you to graduate with the state of Virginia is what we're going to use to determine that core GPA. However, your academic scholarship will be based off of the cumulative weighted GPA listed on your transcript. Students that have been able to take a test, they can self-report their grades and curriculum on our application. So that's another great opportunity for students to get admitted sooner. So if you meet those requirements, you can get accepted off of self-reported information. So I think that, of course, we all want to know, how do we make this affordable? And of course, I think academic scholarships is the best way to make any college affordable. So I did want to leave this up for a second so that you may be able to see, based on your current weighted GPA, or based on if you have test scores, kind of what those scholarships can look like. So we're going to start with that. A 3.0 GPA having as little as a $18,000 scholarship, but as competitive as high as $27,000. We do have a Right Scholars application. So if you are a student that has a 4.0 GPA, maybe you have a 3.7 weighted GPA, a 24 ACT and 1160, you could qualify for an application for one of our full tuition scholarships. All right, financial aid, of course, that's just right around the corner on Thursday. So I do want to kind of bring up some value here, because I do understand that sometimes we get a little intimidated on the affordability of private schools. So I did want to highlight just some things here. Last year, the average cost after financial aid for an incoming residential freshman was $17,383, which is significantly lower than those sticker prices that you typically see on websites for colleges. And the average academic scholarship for our students was about $20,000, which is amazing. We are excited to say that according to College Scorecard, MU graduates consistently rank in the top 25% of North Carolina four-year graduates. So of course, that's what's important. We want to help you get a job or start looking towards your career. So those numbers are really important. We would love to have you come for a visit, like I mentioned earlier, but just in case you want to reach out, here is a direct contact information for Methodist, as well as a generic email. It was awesome to have you guys today. Thank you.
Thank you, Taylor. And next we have Brooke from the University of Virginia.
Hi, everyone. My name is Brooke Qualkenbush, and I am an admission counselor at the University of Virginia. I'm going to go ahead and pull up this slideshow for all of you. So UVA is located in Charlottesville, Virginia, which is in central Virginia. And we are located at the foothills of the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains, which you can see in the back of this image here. To begin talking about UVA, I have some of these facts available for all of you to look at. UVA is a mid-sized research institution, and with this mid-size and our 14:1 student to faculty ratio, we find that students are able to have a very collaborative experience here, whether it be with their peers or with their professors. And we also find that we are able to offer a lot of the same resources to our students as a larger university would. A majority of our student body is made up of our undergraduate students, so we have over 16,000 undergrads. And because they do make up a majority of our community here, our resources are geared towards them, and our undergraduates are often able to get involved in the faculty-led research being done at the university as early as their first year if they would like to. We are a public state institution, and we do have an agreement with the state of Virginia that 2/3 of our undergraduate body will be made up of Virginians. We have provided a couple of other rankings and statistics on this page, but I do want to mention the high retention and graduation rates. Something that the university really focuses on is making sure that the students have what they need to graduate on time and also have what they need to feel confident in their decision to attend UVA year after year. We have over 75 plus bachelor's degrees available for students, and we have top ranking programs across all 8 of our different schools. We are a Common App school, so to apply to UVA, you will apply through the Common Application, and we do not ask that students declare a major when they apply. They do, however, need to choose between one of the 5 schools on the left side of the screen as a first-year applicant to apply into. And then if a student is interested in one of those upper division schools on the right, they can go into those a little later on. We do believe in a liberal arts education here. So within each of these schools, students are going to have at least 1 to 2 years to explore the different offerings within that school or concentrations in order to decide what it is they really want to focus on for the remainder of their time at UVA. Something that is really important when choosing a college is thinking about what your student life experience might be like. And at UVA, something we talk about a lot is our student self-governance. So our students really are in control of the student life and the student experience here at the university. We have nearly 1,000 student-run clubs and organizations, and in order to be a student club or organization, you do not have to have a faculty or staff mentor at the university. So these organizations are completely created and run by the students themselves. The image that you see on the screen is of the Fall Involvement Fair. It will be different this year because of COVID, but this fair takes place at the beginning of every fall, and it's a place for students to go out, meet others in organizations, and kind of find out what it is they might be interested in joining. With nearly 1,000 organizations, you can kind of sense that there's something here for everyone. And if what you're looking for isn't here, you as a student have the opportunity to create that club or organization. Study abroad is also a large part of the student experience if that is something you are interested in. In previous years, about 1/3 of the graduating class has studied abroad, and our students have the ability to study abroad anywhere where it is politically safe to do so. Next, I'll talk about financial aid a little bit. We are one of only 2 public institutions in the country that are both need blind and able to meet 100% of demonstrated financial need. So by need blind, I mean that when you apply to UVA, you are admitted solely based on your merit. We have no idea if you need financial aid or not when making that decision. And then as far as meeting 100% of demonstrated financial need, students will apply to the FAFSA and CSS profile, send both of those to UVA, and our Student Financial Services Office will put together a packet made up of grants, scholarships, work study, and low interest loans to meet whatever that demonstrated need is that the FAFSA has come up with from your application. We also have cost estimator calculators available to students on the Student Financial Services webpage. So if you want to get an estimate of what it might cost you to attend UVA, you can go to their website and find that information there. If you want to go ahead and take a picture of this slide, I have provided our contact information and some of our social media information if you're interested in learning more. If you have any questions, our email is on there as well as our Dean of the Day phone number. So we have someone in our office every day answering questions between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Also, if you're interested in learning more about the application, we have virtual information sessions, which are now available to students, and you can sign up to those on our website. And we also have a virtual tour that students can go through on our website as well. And if you go to our webpage, it'll be under the Visits tab. I would just like to thank you all for joining us here this evening, and again, give you a second to take a picture of this screen if you would like. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brooke. And lastly, this morning we have Stevenson University.
Hi, everyone. everyone. Last but certainly not least, my name is Katie Reynolds and I am from Stevenson University. We are a private institution located in Baltimore County, Maryland. So I am excited to share with you guys what we have to offer you and why we think it's a great day to be a Mustang. So we are kind of a mid-sized institution. We have about 3,000 full-time undergraduate students. So I mentioned we are in Owings Mills, Maryland. So that's in Baltimore County, which is about 30 minutes from downtown Baltimore. So if you have any familiarity with the city of Baltimore, we are definitely in a suburban area. So we're about 30 minutes from Baltimore and about, sorry, I think I skipped ahead for a second. There we go. Yeah. So we're about 30 minutes from Baltimore and about 30 or so minutes from Towson University, if you're familiar with that. We, like I said, have just under 3,000 full-time students. So our average class size is small, very, very close-knit community, 17 average students per class, student to faculty ratio of about 15:1. So the faculty really get to know you at Stevenson. They're really focused on making sure you have an exceptional experience and really growing as a student. And I always say they're there to challenge you, but the point of the challenge is to make sure that you're always growing and learning and becoming the best student possible in your 4 years at Stevenson, but also beyond, because we are really focused on helping you develop your career options and figure out whether it's graduate school that's right for you or going right into applying for jobs and figuring out how we can set you up for career success. So all of our majors provide what we call career exploration. So that's either an internship, research project, or on-site capstone project that you'll complete as part of a course your senior year. So every single student has the opportunity to really get some hands-on experience, some project-based experience that can either, again, prepare you for graduate school or prepare you into the field you're interested in going into. We have a very diverse campus, something that we're very proud of, especially being, a smaller institution. So you're going to meet people who look like you, who don't look like you, who come from similar backgrounds, who come from very different backgrounds. It's something we're very proud of, and we also work very hard on inclusion as well, which is even more important. And we have over 90 academic programs. So that includes majors, minors. We have professional minors. We have a professional minor in entrepreneurship, professional minor in real estate. So some really unique programs, tracks, which are focus areas within majors, and some pre-professional programs like pre-med, pre-law, all those good things. So I'm going to show you our list of majors here, so you can quickly look through that. Our most popular major is nursing, and it is direct entry, so that means you can start in the nursing program as a freshman if you're admitted into that program, which is really exciting. Other popular majors are biology, criminal justice, business administration, deciding, so students who don't have a major is very popular as well, and then some unique programs. We have a film and moving image program, fashion design. Like I said, we have professional minor in entrepreneurship, so that's something you're interested in, you can pursue that. Medical laboratory science. We have some really unique programs. We have almost something for everybody. And then I do want to highlight our 3 honors and scholars programs. These are 4-year programs that really combine inside and outside the classroom experiences to really elevate your Stevenson experience. You're going through these programs in small groups, so it makes our close-knit community even closer. So we have our traditional honors program, which again is not just inside the classroom work, it's also outside the classroom networking and projects and working with upperclassmen and faculty. And then we also have our leadership and service scholars programs, which are focused in the areas they're named after. So for students who have any interest in those and really want to grow as an individual, these 3 programs, again, elevate your experience, really allow you to grow as an individual, learn how to give back in the community, and again, really focus on building your success in the 4 years to lead to later success. So if you have any interest in those programs, definitely recommend checking out that website, stevenson.edu/SU Scholars, and leadership and service do have a scholarship component to them, which is great. So our application process is pretty simple and very similar to what a lot of these other schools have talked about. We have the application, we are a member of the Common Application, and we do have our own online application as well. Both are free. And then the other pieces we require are the high school transcript and an essay and short response. If you are applying to nursing, there is an additional short response, but it's 100 words or less. So we truly mean short. We are totally test optional for this year, so test scores are not required for any part of the process. They're not required for honors, they're not required for scholarships, they're not required for admission. If you did have the ability, which we know many students didn't, but if you did have the ability to take tests and you want to, you're more than welcome to send them, but they are not required. And letters of recommendation are also optional for us this year as well. We have very generous scholarship programs, and this is also how all of our deadlines are tied in, and I'll show you another screen quickly of our deadlines. So we don't use early action or early decision. All of our deadlines are related to scholarship programs. So our first deadline is December 1st for our traditional merit-based scholarships, so that's solely looking at your transcript. Those start at $12,800 a year and go up to $20,800 a year. Those are actually listed in your acceptance letter when you're admitted to the university. So we review you for those merit-based scholarships and admission at the same time. The next is our Presidential Fellowship, which is a full tuition scholarship. It is our largest and most competitive program. I mentioned Leadership and Service Scholars. We also have Theater and Visual Arts, and then an interview-based scholarship. Here are our deadlines. I know I'm running out of my time. Here are our deadlines. So again, all of our deadlines are scholarship related. So our first is December 1st. Just like everybody else, we have virtual and on-campus options. So feel free to go to stevenson.edu/visit to learn about on-campus and virtual options. And then here is my contact information if you'd like to take a picture or write this down. You can also schedule individual meetings with us on that website, stevenson.edu/meet-counselor. So if you'd like to meet with me individually, you can go to that page and schedule something for my calendar. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, Katie. And thank you to everyone for joining us this morning, all of the representatives representing colleges and universities, as well as all of you who have taken some time to join us to learn about these colleges. We have just a couple of minutes. If there are any burning questions that you have, you're welcome to ask those now. And if not, then please do be in touch with the university representatives at the contact information that they provided as you do think of questions. And thank you so much for joining us today. When you close your window, there will be a link to a very quick, just 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. Also, as I mentioned before at the beginning, this is one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions at the College Fair at strivescan.com/Virginia. Also, in about a week, you'll be able to find this session as a recording, as well as the other sessions from the College Fair at strivescan.com/Virginia. Thank you to everyone, and have a great day.